back to the Ed Show, and thanks for watching tonight. Well, Republicans laid out their top two priorities. They want to repeal the health care bill, and they want to cut spending. But you know what? We don't hear anything about jobs in their proposal. All they do is scream about job creation and unemployment, but they really have no plan of action. It hadn't been detailed at all. Mitch McConnell said his top priority is to defeat President Obama. Now, hold it right there. You, as an American tax-paying citizen, is that what you want out of your government in Washington? Instead of a focus on creating jobs, now the party in power in the House, their number one mission is going to be to defeat President Obama. Boehner is just like McConnell. They're in lockstep. See, what they're trying to do is say, hey, look, we can hold off on this economy. It's going to be bad through 2012, and then we can go out and we can use this high unemployment to try to take back the Senate and the White House and grab the power. Now, progressives, we need to be worried about this because a lot of Democratic senators are going to be up for re-election in states that went Republican on Tuesday. Jim Webb in Virginia, Sherrod Brown in Ohio, Bob Casey in Pennsylvania, and there are some others. Let's bring in Pennsylvania Governor Ed Rendell, who knows the landscape. Governor, good to have you with us tonight. First of all, the money. Do you think in 2012 that the Democrats will be able to meet and surpass this corporate money machine that has spurred upon the American public in this most recent election? What do you think?
Well, first of all, I love your message, Ed. We don't have to surpass it. We don't even have to meet it. We just have to make sure we raise enough money to be competitive. And we saw that in California, for example. Both of our candidates were outspent badly, but they raised enough money to get their message across. But the only way we're going to do that is for progressives to start figuring out that they've got to step up. If we're going to take back this country from the corporations that want to just control it and use it and milk the country, and that's not all of our corporations by any means, but if we want to take back this country from the special interests, everybody's going to have to start giving a little bit, and they should start now. Not wait till right before the election. Start now. If you want to allocate $25 a month, well, if you do that for the next 20 months, that adds up to a very nice, healthy gift. And we've got to start doing it. If we want to take back our country, we've got to participate. And I hope people are a little angry about what happened on Tuesday. Look, I want to give credit to our base. Our base stepped up and voted very well. I don't know if, Ed, that sunk through to people yet. The reason we survived in a number of Senate elections and in a number of governor elections, the reason Joe Sestak came this close in Pennsylvania, African Americans voted more votes in Philadelphia than they did in 2006. And in 2006, I was on the ballot, Santorum and Bush were there, and yet we exceeded. Latinos voted more. Gays and lesbian voters voted more. It didn't affect congressional elections because they're all compacted in urban areas where Democrats win congressional seats overwhelmingly. But in statewide races, it's why we did better in the Senate than we did in the Congress.
But, Governor, if they obstruct, if they come up with reasons that President Obama is out of touch with the American people and that his agenda is wrong, and they obstruct again, and if we're sitting here with almost double-digit unemployment and we're stagnant and jobs are going overseas, we can imagine what it's going to be like in 2012. But the thing that frustrates me, Governor, is that we're in the locker room right now, and I feel like I have to beg President Obama to go out and get in the game. Well, and I don't like that.
You're right, Ed. And remember, we still have one great advantage. For the next 20 months, the President of the United States still has the bully pulpit. What I would advise the President to do, and you're absolutely right, it's all about jobs. All of the exit polls said it wasn't about the deficit, it wasn't about spending, it's about the economy. I advise the President in 2 weeks to make an address in which he outlines a jobs program. And he does it in two ways. Number one, he talks about infrastructure. He had a very good infrastructure proposal. He needs to expand it and flesh it out. Secondly, he has to talk about renewable energy. We can't pass cap and trade with the current makeup, but we can, I think, force them to pass a renewable energy bill that makes tax credits permanent, that builds in incentives, that creates national portfolio standards, even throw in stuff for natural gas, because natural gas is better than fossil fuel in cars. Let's put together and put it together and say, these are principles that Republicans have talked about for years. Let's get together and move this economy forward. Let's create jobs as soon as the new Congress gets sworn in. The Republicans then have two choices. Either do it go along with it, in which case President Obama looks like a strong leader who's driven the economy, or stonewall it and then pay the price.
Yeah.
So I think
Governor,
we've got to grab the initiative.
Well, and I think he also should grab the telephone and call you, and you step right in as an advisor. Good to have you with us, Governor.
Thanks,
you've got answers, and I like them. And
don't be depressed.
I'm not depressed. I just gotta. I know what these Republicans are up to.
You know,
okay?
They're
not going to change. They're not going to change.
You may be right.
Good to have you with us, Governor.
But for all of us out there, the great old saying is, when the going gets tough, tough get going.
I'm all about it. Good to have you with us, Governor. Thank you. Come